Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another Monday Morning Art Talk. Whippy! Alright, so before we get started today, I just want to let you know starting in January 11th is going to be my mentorship class that's going to be happening. The live classes, I just take 5 people at a time, and you can go and fill out an application if you're interested in possibly attending, and it's through my website, silvertunes.com. Okay, so today it was interesting what happened today. I was getting ready to record my art talk, and I usually have a list of different topics that come to me at any different time throughout the day. And I'll just write them send an email to myself so that I know, and I build that up. And I was just looking through the few that I had that I thought I wanted to discuss, but I wasn't feeling the energy of it to talk about it at this moment. And I think with the art talks that I'm doing, I gotta feel it. I gotta feel like it just will come through me in that way, in the right way. And while I was thinking about that, all of a sudden I opened up an email. I had an email already, but I hadn't opened it up yet. And I opened up this email, and it was an email from someone. And I'm not going to say his name because I don't know if he wants me to say his name or not. But this is going to be for you. If you are watching this, this is for you. So you'll know because it's your email. And it was just an interesting question and thought process that he had. And it's something that I hear all the time. I can't believe how oftentimes I hear this, and it's just really crazy to me. And I just kind of want to just get rid of the myth or whatever it is, or whatever that thought that's in your head about this and age. This is what this is about. That it's just not true. Okay, so I'll go ahead here. So he wrote, "Hi there, Stephen. I'm 24 years old, and I'm lost and confused on where to be within the animation career. I did from school a year." So his English isn't great. He's just from another country. Just pre-warn you. I did film school for a year, but it was pretty horrible, and I was 18. And since then, I haven't found work in any animation companies. I've been mostly working odd jobs from time to time. Now I'm thinking of going into animation, but the problem is there are many roads, and they all seem, he wrote old, but maybe, I'm not sure what, sort of what necessarily what he means there, that maybe it takes just a lot of time. I don't want to end up being 30 years old and starting my animation career. I feel that it is too old. And that's where, this is the thing that I hear all the time, just people with the age. I'll get back into it in a sec. Do you think I might be near the end of the road in starting my animation career? Or is there hope and I should just pursue the path no matter how long it is? Just need some help in starting or building my career of choice. And so this is the thing with the age. It's like, it's not too late. It's never too late. All you have to do is just get started, and being 24 and 30 years old is really nothing. Yes, you have to work extremely hard to try to build up the building blocks and the chops in order to get the job. That's what you have to do. That's if you're afraid of work, if you're afraid of all that, then age, yes, is going to be a problem. But the reality is, I mean, it's nothing. And more we're moving into freelance and studios and companies who need art and everything else, because as things are changing in this world, There's so many more job opportunities. People are creating new concepts all the time, so you don't have to be the businessman. There's businessmen out there who are developing these properties and developing brands and clothing companies, and they need designs, and they need this, and they need stories, and people need content. And it's just the way the world is and the way it's going. So age, you should never, if you go in with, should I just give up? Well, no, you should never give up. The bottom line is you just got to keep moving. You just got to keep making things happen. There is no stopping once you know what it is you're even trying to achieve. If you don't know what it is you even want, then there's going to be a problem. So the biggest thing, like I mentioned 100 times before, and it's, very big philosophical term. I never made it up, but it's basically define. Define what it is you want to do. Just decide what it is you want to do, and say the animation business is a large business. It's a huge business. And so what you want to do within that, you got to start to pigeonhole things just a little bit more. You got to start to define that, and then you just got to get damn good. Why do you have to get damn good? Because if you're not damn good, it's not about just having mediocre artwork. It's about having artwork that people are going to react to and say, you know what, you're pretty good. And that's just not your family or friends. It's outside people that, and you know how you know when something's good is if you ever set up at a convention and people stop and react to your work and want to buy it. That all of a sudden your work's got value. It's got value to them, which means there's something there. So the exchange of goods, again, you're not going to purchase things that you don't believe in, that you don't like, right? No one does. No one buys stuff that they don't want or don't like. So why would anyone do that for your own artwork? And that's the same with directors and producers. They're hiring people who they feel are appropriate for that skill level for what they want. And this is why you got to take this seriously and just know that, age will become a factor if you keep putting things off, if you keep making excuses, if you keep thinking that you can get away with just doing a little bit and not a lot. You got to look at the competition and yes, understand what the competition is, and not that you have to be at their level, because that's very discouraging. If you are saying to yourself, oh my God, I'm not that good yet. I'm not as good as that person. If my hero was Mort Drucker from Mad Magazine, if I looked at his work and just said, oh my God, there's no way I can do that, he's so good, I would never do what I did today. I'd never be where I'm at today. The only reason I'm at today is because I looked at his work as a threshold, as like someday I want to get that good. But you only get to that someday by today and acting on it today and tomorrow and the next day, and you keep working on that until you get to that level where you start to see yourself grow. So you keep sketchbooks because you can start to see your growth through there. You learn, you hear, you study from people that you think can get you to that place that you need to get to, and you embrace and you study and you work it. It's like I tell my students all the time, you're wasting your time if you're just coming here and thinking you're just going to do this one assignment. What I'm trying to give you in my classes anyway, I'm trying to give you the full-on exercise foundation to keep things going over and over and over again, because you got to be repetitive. You got to hear things over and over again. You got to see things over and over again, and that's what you got to keep working on. Nothing's a one-time deal. Nothing's a one-time practice, and I see way too many artists doing this sort of one-time thing, and they get something given to them by a teacher or an assignment or anything else, and they do that one drawing and that one thing, and that's it, and they think they can move on to the next lesson. This is what's wrong with the whole school system in general, in academic school. My kids, we got to get through this chapter so we can move on to chapter 2. Yeah, you got to do that, but in between, you got to study your ass off and work those practices over and over and over again. The problem is, in the academic world, kids aren't that passionate about it. It's not something that they necessarily want to do all the time. So they're not doing 5 hours, 10 hours of homework. But the reality is, if you want to be an artist, you got to do 10 hours of homework. That's just what you have to do. And it's not even homework. You should never even look at it as homework. You do it because you love it, because this is what you want to do. That's where I see personally student growth, because that student is dedicated, passionate, And they don't need to be told or everything that they need to do. They're just going to do it, and they're going to learn and learn. And so age is not going to be a factor when you're good. It will be a factor if you're not good. All right? So just work hard at something. Pursue it. Just keep going. Again, build up, find what it is in the animation industry. If that's an area you want to get into, define that area, whether it's character design, prop design, background layout, color stylist, storyboard artist, producer, direct, I don't know. Whatever it is you want to do, research it and work at it, okay? And if you gotta need someone to take you to that next place, have someone take you to that next place. Just take initiative. Just move and act on it. You know, I love when I hear about people who move from one destination to the next. I was just talking to a girl who went from, I can't remember where the first place she used to live in, but she moved to Seattle, and now because she knew there was more opportunities for her out there for what she wanted to do. So she took the initiative, she made the move because she wanted to be around more of an art community and all that, and now that's what she's doing. So that's what people do. Again, this is what you got to do. Be open, be prepared, and just work hard. There are no shortcuts, all right? Thanks, guys. Again, if you're interested, you can go to silvertoons.com, go to classes, look at the application. If you'd like to possibly get into either my January or my March session, just make sure you fill out the application. I just want to get a better understanding a little bit about you. I'm not judging you whether your stuff's good or not. I just kind of want to get to know a little bit more about you and see some of your work and make sure that I'm putting the people in the class that are all on the same level. So there's no real, you don't have to be a certain level to join up, all right? Thanks again, guys, and make it a great week. Take care. Hello, this is Steven, and I just wanted to tell you about this cool thing that I'm doing right now through my website at silvertoons.com. It's a Skype mentorship. In a sense, what I want to do is just talk to you, meet you, tell me about things that are happening in your life, see if there's anything that I could do to help you. I can look over your artwork, do your portfolio, and just maybe try to push you in the right direction that you want to take your life and your journey, all right? So you can go to silvertoons.com, go to classes, click on mentorship, and you can learn all about it. We can try to arrange a time, set up a date. It doesn't matter where you live in the world. And I just wanted to make it just very affordable, just to open it up, because I love doing this. I love meeting people from all over the planet. It's a really cool thing, and with this technology, why not? So that's it. Thanks.